Right, the bounce of the ball in the centre. Kick forward for St Leonards, but mark taken in defence by Bannockburn. They play on quickly. Kick it out here towards the centre wing, looking for Hart. Hart, the ball sits up. He taps it forward, dodges around one, swings around close to the boundary line. Kick down towards half-forward line. Picks out a teammate down there in Bath. Bath with a long handball finds a big fella Thompson. Thompson back to Hart. Hart runs around the boundary line. Kicks towards the 10-yard square. Up there, tapped away by St Leonards. Pilgrim with handball to Sells. Pilgrim back onto the ball. Handball's to Big Henderson. He has a flying shot towards the goal line, and 1 point is the result.
Well, pretty attacking and aggressive football from the Bannockburn Tigers early stages of this third and vital quarter, Barry.
Yes, Ron. The kicking against a slight breeze. The kicking into the back pocket where we see marked there for St Leonards and kicked straight across the ground by Melberg. They haven't gained any ground here except they've gone straight across, and the ball's out between the half-back line and the back pocket. This third quarter proudly brought to you by Toolman's Argyle Hotel, where we see St Leonards on 3 goals, 6-24, Bannockburn 13-11, 89.
And pop in and see Doug and Lindsay Toolman every Monday night for local football replay, Aberdeen Street, Upper Geelong West, because that's where all good sportsmen should meet, Barry Walker.
Yes, Ron, the kick out now towards the wing. Pilgrim in there for Bannockburn. Screws the ball back towards the Dennis area. Chipping in there and taking a nice mark for Bannockburn. There's a big fella again in Sells.
He's come right into it, hasn't he, Barry?
Yes, he has. They've shifted him to centre half forward, Ron, and he's made the difference on their forward line.
Yes, pretty impressed with his second quarter, and, well, he can be considered, I would suggest, Barry, for the Best Performer Award, which will be presented at the Argyle Hotel at 6:30 p.m. Monday night. The drop punt, it looks pretty good from here. Yes, he splits the woodwork, Robert Stixie Sells, and I think you'll find Stixie has kicked his second six-pointer here this afternoon.
That play was set up down there again by young Pilgrim, Matty Pilgrim. He's a bit of a terrier down there across that half-forward line, Ron.
Yes, he is, and I think you'll find that, well, when we have a look at the stats later on in the day, that he's probably the Bannockburn dynamo at the present time.
Right, the umpires with the ball back in the centre. We see the scoreboard, Bannockburn 14-11-95, St Leonards 3 goals, 6-24, and that's the third quarter scoreboard, the Toolman's Argyle Hotel scoreboard, and we've been playing 3 minutes.
Heaton Harris there worked hard and got the ball down, but it was well sharked by Henderson. On the left foot to half forward, Pilgrim now flicks the ball out, can't find the target, kicked off the carpet by the young St Leonards footballer in Wheelahan. Could have hurt himself a little bit there too. The umpire's whistle has sounded, and it wasn't Wheelahan, it was young Mark White that did the Juventus work, as we see that the ball to be bounced down on the outer side centre wing. The bounce from umpire Peter Dool is a good one. No one can take a decisive tap. Kicked off the carpet by Henderson to Condon. That was good football, but play. Condon's kick was a poor one. Well sharked there by young Brett White, who's done well for his side here this afternoon. Thumped forward there by the big strong arms of, I would suggest that was Darryl Ward. Ball now comes loose. Comes out toward the commentary area. The Diesel, look at him go. Picks the footy up. Kicks an up and under job, as Barry Walker would call it. Pickering is underneath the football. He's well contested. The ball spills freely now, where we see trapping the football was Kelly. Flicks the hand pass off. Good football there, where we see, Britton couldn't take the footy. He was met solidly there by young number 6 there in Wentworth for Bannockburn. We see now that Egan with the footy. Flicks it out. Good football from him. We've got an opportunity now for young Mark White. He can't trap it. Bannockburn working desperately across half-back. As we see chipping in now was Jeff Shaw. Flicks it off to the big fella. Egan breaks the tackle. Flicks the hand pass out back towards the direction of Kelly, but he can't trap it. Does so now. Quick kick up to half forward, but the big arms of Gary Toolman there at centre half back for the Bannockburn Tigers takes a fine grab.
Right, Toolman comes straight across the ground looking for Mick Williams. He doesn't let him down. Takes a mark, kicks the ball wide, close to the boundary line, and goes out right in front of us here at the St Leonards Oval. We've been travelling just on 5 minutes into this, the third quarter. The boundary umpire with the ball brings the ball back into play. St Leonard's tapped the ball forward, gain about 15 metres, sliding there, trying to pick the ball up for St Leonard's, and a quick handball from that player in number 16 sees the ball come down where Hart can't control it. St Leonard's through desperate play here through Britton, kicks the ball across, but there's no one home except the big fella Henderson. Henderson on to Pickering. Pickering runs through to centre, kicks the ball wide, looking for Dennis, making good ground, but the bounce of the ball was cruel. Howells grabs it, and a bear hug put on him by Dennis, and the umpire will ball it up.
Phil Dennis just giving young Twitty, the umpire there, a bit of an earful because he thought he should have been rewarded with the tackle. But the bounce down now sees it. Pilgrim trips at the crucial time, pats the ball forward. No one home though for the Bannockburn boys as the St Leonard's fellas dive for the footy. It spills to where we see a bit of Juventus work here. Good football from young Kelly. Kicks it off the carpet again. Look at him go, the racehorse. He has another go. Uses his body well. Oh, tripping at the crucial time was Jimmy Ritchie. But he butters up. Steadies from 55 metres. Screws it over his shoulder. But I think you'll find the bouncing ball is offline and has gone through. No, it's out of bounds and we'll see a throw in, Barry.
Yes, just not enough system up forward, have they, St Leonard's? Bit of inexperience.
Well, there's not enough running players, Barry. When the big fellow there in Ritchie had the football, he had no one running past him to give him support to feed off the handball.
Yes, that's the difference. Where Bannockburn used the handball to perfection here today, the boundary line throw-in, where we see it drop short of the players. Over the back it comes Henderson in there for Bannockburn. Picks it up, a quick kick out towards the half-back flank, close to the boundary line, and we'll have a throw-in.
Well, Barry, we've been travelling something like 6.5 minutes of this third and vital quarter, and another proud sponsor of ours is Steve Smith's Discounts Carpets, Barry, up there in Grove Road, Grovedale. Steve Smith, he's got the best it costs less in the house carpet, and I tell you what, give Steve a ring. He'd love to hear from you. You can ring him on 437344, Steve's Discount Carpets.
Ride the ball down the centre half forward. Britton in there. Good play by Britton. Has a flying shot towards a goal, and I think he's brought up a six-pointer.
Yeah,
well-deserved six-pointer. Two off the boot of Glenn Britton.
Well, that's his first, Barry. And I tell you what, he's best on ground for the St Leonard's boys, in my opinion, to date.
Yes, he's playing quite well, Ron.
And look at that number he's wearing. What number is it? Oh, sensational footballer. As we'll just wait now and see that the ball coming back to the centre of the ground. And
That's Ronnie's old number, Scott.
well, yeah, for all you viewers down there that don't realise how good that number is, I wore it for about 15 years in the Red and Blacks at Newtown and Chilwell and played in the 78 Premiership side with it, Barry.
And we're still paying for it.
It's all good fun.
The Tillman's Argyle Hotel third quarter, we see St Leonard's move on to 4-6, trailing Bannockburn. Right, the bounce of the ball in the centre comes out where we see Bath get it for Bannockburn. Steadies, kicks down towards half-forward line. Hart caught behind, taps the ball over. Sells going through now. Bouncing ball, Sells, it eludes him. Hart still in there trying to pick this ball up. He picks it up now. Caught, drops the ball. St Leonard's desperate in defence. Pick it up there through the agency of Wheelahan. He's kick out towards the centre. Thompson for Bannockburn couldn't control it. Pilgrim's in there. Picked up and kicked forward for St Leonard's by Serbo. Down towards the half-forward line. Britton's in there again. Kicks it down.
Good football, son. And the big arms of Jimmy Richards takes a screamer in front of his opponent. And he's only around about 35 metres out from goal. And I think you'll find you can just about put down your glasses, as Jack Dye would say, Barry Walker.
In other words, you're backing him.
He'll kick it right through the middle of the woodwork here.
And he's
the drop punt, have a look at that one. Straight through the centre here at the St Leonard's football ground. Great play, St Leonard's. And they're coming back, Barry.
Yes, Ron. Forward line was open then. They got it down quickly to the leading full forward. And one goal results. We see the third quarter scoreboard now, where we've been travelling just on 9 minutes. The Tillman's
Argyle Hotel scoreboard, mate, has just been erased by our director, but it'll be back up very shortly. Ah, dearie me.
the fun and games.
That's football, as Jack Dye would say. No, Lou Richard says that, doesn't he?
One of them. Right, the bounce of the ball favours Bannockburn in Pilgrim. Comes down St Leonard's. Sharker kick it out here to the half-forward line, and a nice mark taken for them by Egan. Egan now chips the ball into centre half forward. Got a teammate leading there, and the big red-headed fella doesn't let him down. And this is Dean Hall. Hall kicks it across where Mervyn takes it.
Swerving Mervyn, you champion, has taken a screamer on half forward. He's about 65 metres from goal. Now, what do you reckon? Can Swervin pop this one through, Barry?
No, fall a little bit short, I think, Ron.
Righto. Well, Swervin' Mervin now. On the left foot, the drop punt. I think you'll find that's where you were heading, son. And I think you'll find he's popped it through. Oh, he's just snuck it in for a minor score.
Yes, the old left footer. Where you run, the ball goes.
That's right, Barry, and that's exactly where he was heading.
True. Right now we're waiting on the fullback to bring the ball in. A short kick out towards the back pocket and finds a teammate over there unattended. Take a mark over his head. Comes in now. Kicks the ball around towards the centre wing. At Thompson out there for Bannockburn. He couldn't get it first onto the ball. Shaw for St Leonards. Kicks the ball down towards the forward pocket. Floats towards the boundary line before Bannockburn can get there in the agency of Tillman, and we'll have a throw in.
Yeah, real sense of urgency coming into the game of the St Leonards boys too, and it's good to see the fellas having a red-hot go early stages of this third and vital quarter here of round 4 Geelong District Football League, and it's good to see one of the executive from the Geelong District Football League here today, Barry. Billy Solder.
Billy Cedar, yes.
Good on you, Billy.
Yes, with a new club in the league, St Leonards, it is good to see that the executive.
And we must thank Daryl Smith and the executive from St Leonards for their hospitality at half time here at St Leonards as well, Barry.
Yes, they've got a big project going on here too, Ron, with their new club rooms down here. Right, we've got Mervin coming in at centre half forward, hammering a shot towards goal. He's hooked it with the left foot again, and 1 point is the result.
Well, swerving Mervin is.
Swerving them everywhere.
Yep, he is. And, well, hopefully he can rectify the problem very shortly, Barry, because goals are the order of the afternoon for the St Leonards boys here today.
Right, a short kick in from the fullback finds Hart. He runs towards the half-back flank, kicks the ball down towards the centre wing, looking for Pickering. Chipping in there and taking a lovely mark for St Leonards is number 16 there. I haven't got him, Ron, have you?
Number 16 for the St Leonards side, well, I think it's Damien Melnick, but, well, we'll check that later, Barry. Could be Darryl Ward, the interchange player, listed as number 18, mate. But a nice grab's been taken here for the Bannockburn Tigers by young Shane McWilliams. Plays on too, kicks up there, but it's a mongrel looking punt kick. We see now that Billy Roy, good football from him, screwed the ball back to the centre of the ground. Diesel comes through at 100 mile an hour. Good football from Swervin' Mervin, gives it back to the running Diesel, goes to centre half forward, and Richie in front of his opponent, and they're looking pretty good, Barry.
Yes, this boy I believe is only 18, Ron, and by gee, he's got some toe in him. He's got a little bit of devil in him also.
Yes.
Right, well, he's kicking from about 45 to 50. The drop punt, it's a lovely looking
Beautiful
kick off the
kick.
boot. I think you'll find he split the woodwork here at St Leonards. Great football, St Leonards. We've been travelling something like 12 and a half minutes of this third and vital quarter here of the match of the day for the Geelong District Football League.
Yes, he's added a bit of bite up there playing a full forward, and we see the Tillman's Argyle Hotel third quarter scoreboard. St Leonards move on to 6 goals, 8.44. Bannockburn on 14 goals, 11.95.
Yes.
Well, now, Barry, this is becoming quite an entertaining game of football now with St Leonards banging on those 3 goals in the first 12 minutes here. Let's hope that they can continue with some fine football here this afternoon. Sun shining, and it's a great day for the greatest game in the world, Australian rules football, as we see that Tillman breaks clear, kicks to the centre of the ground. Swervin' Mervin was tackled rather strongly there from Terry Hart. The umpire has said no, he'll have a bounce, and we'll see a bounce down right in the middle of St Leonards.
Right, the umpire now just settling the players down. There's a big pack around the ball up here. Right, the bounce of the ball. Up they go. Tapped away there by St Leonards, but it's sharked by Bannockburn. The handball goes astray. Over the top of the ball for mine, but the umpire's moved in and will ball it up.
Sorry.
Right, the umpire with the ball now. The big fella in Heaton Harris, up he goes, going through there, couldn't pick it up as Maloney, a kick off the ground, and a free kick paid to Bannockburn.
Well, the whistle has sounded by umpire Peter Dooley. He didn't pay the advantage, and I think that was good umpiring, Barry, because the ball must go back because it went to a second party.
That's quite correct. Right, the ball now picked up here, free kick taken for Bannockburn. A scrubby kick down towards the half-forward line. It beats all the players. Pilgrim over the back with the handball to Bath. Bath steadies at centre half-forward, chips it down, but Dennis caught behind. Good play there by Howells. in the defence for St Leonards takes a mark, kicks it out towards Shaw. He can't control it, but a free kick paid out there to St Leonards and will be taken by Shaw.
Well, this is quite funny here because Darryl Ward, the interchange player, that's Desperate Desi, they call him down here. He didn't realise he had the free kick, kicks it and you wouldn't believe it, he's pumped it straight down the throat of Kevin Connors from Bannockburn.
Right, Connors' kick comes down towards the half-forward flank. Up there, Heaton Harris taps it down, grabbed down by Pickering out to Pilgrim. Pilgrim kicks it down towards centre half-forward. Over the back of the pack it comes. White in there for...
umpire!
Right, the free kick to be taken by White at centre half-back for the St Leonard side. Kicks the ball down towards the centre. Over the top, Bannockburn get the thump down. It comes out wide where St Leonard's with handball get it down to over the centre wing. Players dive on the ball. Both sides desperate to get this ball, but the umpire move in and ball it up.
Well, the supporters down here in front of the commentary position, Barry, are getting pretty vocal as well, and another proud sponsor of the guest video production team is Geelong District Football League Bingo Centre, Barry, which you're the assistant manager, mate.
Yes, that's right, Ron. We're there to keep these clubs in the GDFL on the grounds each week, and with Peter Conley there, my manager, that's what we're there for. So people like a game of bingo, come along to Fellmongers Road, Breakwater. Right, the ball up on the half-back flank, cleared by Bannockburn out where we see Pickering with the ball now in the centre of the ground. Runs through the centre, touches the ball on the ground once, kicks it wide. Pilgrim out there, couldn't take the mark, but he's been held without the ball and he'll take the resultant free kick.
Well, just on that bingo centre, Barry, give them a call on 218-484. They've got afternoon sessions at 12:15 and evening sessions at 7:15 at Fellmongers Road, Breakwater, Geelong District Football League Bingo Centre.
Tried the ball out there in the between the forward pocket and half-forward flank for the Bannockburn side. The umpire to ball that up. Big Heaton Harris still in there for the St Leonard side. Up he goes, thumps the ball, gains about 15 metres where Shaw runs onto it, but it beats him across the line and we'll have a throw-in. We've been playing just on 17 minutes into this, the third quarter, brought to you by Toolman's Argyle Hotel. Thompson and Heaton Harris now. The boundary line throw-in, Little Pilgrim goes up, thumps it down, sharked here by St Leonard's through White, kicks it in towards the centre. Condon couldn't take it. Pilgrim still in there going through. The ball comes out where a quick kick by St Leonard's down over the half-forward line. Here's another chance from if they're first onto the ball. The bouncing ball eludes the St Leonard's player there. Good defensive play by Bannockburn. They pick it up at half-back. A handball out wide sees Pilgrim in there again for Bannockburn. He's on the bottom of the pack. He gets the ball out, but St Leonard's with handball. Sees it come across to Mervyn. He steadies, has a flying shot towards goal.
A swerve and has popped it through. He's got that to swerve straight through the middle here, Barry.
Yes, the difference there, Ron, was that he wasn't having a direct shot. He received a handball, swooped onto his left foot and brings up a 6-pointer. And we see the Toolman's Argyle Hotel third quarter scoreboard at the 18-minute mark. St Leonard's now 7 goals, 8 of 50. Bannockburn 14 goals, 11.95.
Well, good football, Barry, from St Leonard's boys. We've been travelling, Barry, nearly 18 minutes of this third quarter, and they've piled on 4 goals to the St Leonard Saints against the Bannockburn Tigers solitary 1-1.
That's right.
And with good football like that from the half-back and centre line, Barry, I think we could see a few more goals this quarter.
I think we could. The bounce of the ball favours Thompson from Bannockburn. He tries to grab it. He taps it to a teammate. Desperately in there is Maloney, who flips it out, but it's Bannockburn in defence. They soccer the ball in towards the centre. Hart first onto the ball. He can't pick it up. He's having trouble here this afternoon, Ron, picking this ball up. Picked up, though, and kicked forward for St Leonard's by Whelan, and where the big red-headed fella takes another nice mark overhead, and he'd be right at centre half forward.
Well, what a great grab. That was from young Dean Hoare, and he's kicking from about 45 metres out from goal directly in front, Barry, and I reckon this youngster could be struggling because he missed a couple of early ones. Let's see how he goes. The drop punt, it looks a nice looking kick to the teeth of goal. Oh, that was the big chance for Richie in front. Just couldn't quite hang on to it, Barry, and a rushed minor score.
That's 2 young fellas, one playing at centre half forward there, Hoare, and Richie down at full forward. Well, all goes well for the future, right? The kick out goes out where Condon couldn't mark the ball. It comes down towards where Bath is trying to get it around the half-forward, half-back flank there, but the umpire will move in and ball it up.
Well, when you're feeling a bit thirsty and you're in Aberdeen Street, pop into Upper Geelong West there and say good day to Doug and Lindsay Toolman. That's where all good sportsmen should meet, you know, Barry, at the Argyle Hotel.
That's if you can get a word in with Lindsay.
Well, don't forget local football replay too at 7 o'clock every Monday night, where you'll be able to watch the match of the day being replay.
The ball down at centre forward. Hawes onto it again. He just can't pick this ball up. He's well tackled and holding the ball as a result, and Bannockburn to take the resulting free kick.
Well, he plays on there. Good football too from the youngster. That was young Christian Shaw, the 17-year-old, but well sharked by Jeff Shaw for the Saints. Feeds off to his team, and he got put down too. That was pretty hard too from that youngster. Young Mark White really copped that. Hit the dirt very hard and is not too good either, but the ball has come back to the outer side wing, and it looks like Gary Condon with the football. Number 1 goes up to number 2. Great grab, Robbie Henderson. The big bear. The drop punt, it's a shocker, but Dennis is in front, uses his body. Over the top was Howes, knocks the ball away. The bouncing ball now, will it sit for young Sticky Sells? And, well, he's been given a bit of a push there, Barry. What do you reckon?
Not for mine.
No, I thought both players were going for the football fair and squarely, and I think Sticky Sells can thank your lucky stars for this one, son, because he's only about 25 metres out on a 45-degree angle. The drop punt, it's a shocker. Well, probably got his just deserves, Barry.
I think he might have there. I think if he'd have kicked a goal from that free kick, Ron, it might have undone a bit of St Leonards' good play.
Yeah, I agree.
Might have taken this wind out of their sails.
Well, Stixie's kicked 2-4 this afternoon for the Bannockburn Tigers, as the Argyle Hotel scoreboard shows that Bannockburn 14-12-96, 45-point leaders over the St Leonards Saints, 7-9-51.
And we've been travelling 21.5 minutes into this, the third quarter. Kick off the ground here, sees the ball come out wide for the St Leonards side. The ball just won't set. A push in the back not paid there for mine, Ron, but the umpire will move in and ball it up.
Well, you know,
a little bit of staging.
Well, no. If anything, I mean, you look at the other one a moment ago with the youngster from Bannockburn, and that was a definite, mate. That was a Monty for a free kick.
Right, Connors kicks the ball down towards centre half forward. Pilgrim used his body well. Good handball too from Pilgrim. Sees the ball come out wide. Sells has got another chance here. Handball over towards the forward line, where Bannockburn's still in control of the ball. They're fiddling about a little bit with this one at the moment, and they've lost it through a kick out of bounds on the full.
Well, yeah, Condon, there was a bit of a lack of talk there, because Phil Dennis was by himself in the square. Condon's turned the wrong way and, well, can we say stuffed it right up, Barry?
That's exactly it.
Well, the Saints now come out of defence. Pack of players fly at half back for the St Leonards side. Comes to where Bath. Now that's young Paul. Kicks from 45 metres. What a great kick for goal. Top football from the Cinnamon half forward in Paul Bath. He kicks his first 6-pointer here this afternoon, and Bannockburn's 15th, and that just stems the tide for the Bannockburn boys, because they've been outplayed in this third quarter by the St Leonards side.
Yes, give credit where credit's due, and that's quite right, Ron. To the Tillman's Argyle Hotel third quarter, St Leonards at 7-9-51, Bannockburn 15-12-102. We've been travelling just on 23 minutes into this, the third quarter.
Well, the umpire now in Peter Dool with the football. The bounce favours the Bannockburn ruckman there in Thompson. Gets the ball down. Good pressure there, though, from his opponents. Sees the ball spill, but well trapped there by Connors. On the left foot, goes to centre half forward, and there's that man again. Robert Stick Sells has taken another overhead grab. And I would suggest, well, he's a bit hesitant. He's got a lead there from his coach, but the kick a little too high. And a great grab has been taken there. Oops-a-daisy. As we see that the ball now brought back out of defence for the St Leonards side. Goes back to the centre of the ground. Bath now with it. Traps it. Feeds it off there to the running Tillman. Oh, he tries to go to his own teammate. That looked quite funny. I'd like to see the replay of that one. As we see now that working through with the football was Justin Wheelahan. He's the captain coach at the present time for the side. Traps it again. Runs through the centre wing. Kicks long to centre half forward. Britain stopped. He's got support there, though, from his teammate in Malik. Malik can't trap it. Comes back to Hall, who throws it out there to Egan. Under pressure. Quick kick up there for the big fella. Couldn't take the ball as young Hall. Got tripped. Play on, says umpire. Young Twit, as the whistle does now finally sound, and we'll have a bounce down some 35 metres from the St Leonards goal.
Throws the ball in the air. No one gets advantage from the throw up, and it goes close to the boundary line before Hawke can get it for St Leonards. Over and out. Right, the boundary umpire now with the ball.
Well, Peter Jackson Graphics, another proud sponsor of the guest video production team. You'll find Peter Jackson up there at 437 Mirrable Street. Printers, commercial artists, typesetters and lithographic plate makers. Phone 216666.
Right, Henderson brings the ball out of defence round towards the wing, finds Pickering all on his own, touches the ball on the ground once, steadies now, kicks the ball along towards centre half forward, looking for Sells. He's up over the back, chipping in behind the pack. Condon takes a nice mark. Right, Condon plays on quickly now, screws the ball around, but in defence is St Leonards here. They play on quickly, a bad kick, but luckily for them that finds a teammate. He twists and turns, gets the ball, he's caught well by Condon. The ball spills loose, picked up in the centre by Connors. He's kicked down towards the half-forward line. Two Bannockburn players out there, one St Leonards. Well done by the St Leonards player. Stopped the run of Pilgrim, but he's back onto the ball. He's a little terrier, and he receives a free kick for a push in the back. He doesn't give up.
Well, he doesn't give up, but a bit lucky, I think, there. But anyway, Bannockburn with the footy. Comes out to Kevin Connors now on the left foot, shoots at goal from 35 metres. The ball floats, but I think you'll find it's floated just offline, the right of the big stick, and another minor score. We've been travelling 26 minutes of this third and vital quarter here at St Leonards as we see the Tillman's Argyle Hotel scoreboard. Bannockburn 15-13, 103, 52-point leaders over St Leonards 7-9, 51.
A good kick in from the fullback. Howells reaches the centre of the ground. A nice mark taken for St Leonards there by Willen. He kicks out wide looking for a teammate. He doesn't let him down out there either. And this is Serbo. Serbo now thumps the ball down towards the forward line. In front. Oh, he nearly judged it there, Richie. He just couldn't hold on to it. They're still in there with the ball, trying to kick it out, but holding the ball paid against St Leonards, Mark White, and a free kick to be taken by Bannockburn. The kick out wide, finds a teammate out there in the half-back flank. He plays on quickly, looking down here towards the centre wing, and a nice mark taken out there by Pickering. He hits the ground, plays on quickly, has one bounce running through the centre wing, steadies now, kicks the ball towards centre half forward to the leading Dennis.
Oh, great grab.
Yes.
That's got to be one of the marks of the year, Barry.
Yes, he got that right on the end of the fingertips and hit the ground and still hung on to it. Lining up here for number 6. No, he short passes it looking for the big fella himself. He comes through, couldn't take the mark. Mervin's in there, quick handball to a teammate who kicks the ball wide out towards the half-back flank. Chipping in now is Connors. He gets the ball, shoots it back to from where it come. Dennis underneath it, up high, over the back. Hart sockers the ball off the ground. Sells has a socker for goal, and a Juventus tight goal off the boot of Sells, and that is his third goal for the afternoon. And Bannockburn slip a little bit further ahead after the good first half of this quarter that St Leonards had. Bannockburn have kicked 2 steadiers. We've been travelling in this the third quarter, brought to you by Tillman's Argyle Hotel. 28 minutes where we see St Leonards on 7-9, 51, Bannockburn 16-13, 109.
What do you think it is, Barry? Is it a discipline thing or a fitness thing with the St Leonards side? They're not being able to just concentrate for the full 4 quarters or what?
Well, we said before, they've got a lot of young fellas out there on. There could be concentration, just lose a little bit. Experience, you can't beat experience, and I think that's what Bannockburn's got in a few of their players, and like your Pilgrims, your Pickering, and this fella in Condon, Dennis down in the forward line. The ball goes down to Sells again. It's thumped away by the defence, but sharked by Bannockburn. They hit it forward. White's in there for St Leonards. Picked up here, a handball out, a kick forward where we see underneath it, taking a mark. Oh, he played on. The umpire
touched off the boot,
touched off the boot, was it? It comes out here where St Leonards come through. Kicked the ball down towards the centre wing. The bouncing ball going close towards the boundary line, and it's raced across by the Bannockburn defence, and we'll have a throw in.
Well, we must make a special mention too to our little boundary umpire. Here is Bird Cameron Chartered Accountants, another proud sponsors, Barry, the best management and taxation accountants in Geelong.
Right, the boundary line throw, and it comes down where we see Mervyn get the ball, kick it down towards a half-forward flank. In front, St Leonards couldn't take the mark. The defensive Bannockburn comes through strongly, kick it down over centre wing. Bit of jostling down there, and a mark spilt there. It's picked up for first, St Leonards. Quick handball here. They've got nowhere to go. Comes out to Mervyn, though. Mervyn handballs over the top, puts his player under the pressure as the siren sounds to end the third quarter here. And I think St Leonards could be quietly pleased with their third quarter. The first half of this third quarter, they played quite well. Got the score on the board, a couple of late goals to Bannockburn, steadied the ship, and we see the three-quarter time scoreboard, the Tillman's Argyle Hotel scoreboard, St Leonard's 7-9-51, Bannockburn 16-13-109. Free kicks that quarter, we had 6 paid to Bannockburn and only 2 paid to St Leonard's.
Well, interesting statistics there, Barry. To date, we can see that St Leonard's have enjoyed 17 free kicks and Bannockburn
18.
with 18. So all in all, a pretty even tussle there from the umpiring decisions. Scoreboard showing that a 58-point deficit looks at St Leonard's in the face. But, well, who can see what can happen in the final quarter? Only time will tell, Barry.
That's right, Ron, and we'll be back shortly for that final quarter here at the St Leonard's.